Hey you, you're super. Good evening everyone, Merch Hunter Ricky here, and we are here tonight talking about Fabricant 100 chapters 9 and 10. Right away, I just want to say that I'm probably going to mix the chapters together because they might as well be one concurrent event, which I've been just honestly head over heels with this manga. For the most part, I've noticed that what they did in chapter 9 was completely subvert our expectations, and I'm Enoshima, again, my hat's off to you. If I had a hat, I would take it off and I would give it to you, because what you did in chapter 9 is just phenomenal. We start out with the backstory of Roxy and how she acquired hearing loss, and although she is beautiful, she can't sing, and she somehow gets paired up with a Fabricant that is able to sing. And from there, we get a little bit more lovey-dovey feels, just to have that ripped away from us, because the second that Ashivi's blood gets exposed to the air via a cut with a sword from Roxy, she turns around just to be stabbed in the back by her own Fabricant partner, thus affirming the beliefs of the Mort Safe that all Fabricants have a dark nature. The minute they get their hands on the flesh they want, that's it. They don't care about humans. They are just cattle for flesh. Ashibi, seeing that, I'm sure his mind is just destroyed. Heartbroken is probably not even the word to describe it, because right at the start of chapter 10, we start going into what the people at the Mort Safe are doing, because somehow they already know. Which means that not only does word travel fast, but also, Enoshima's storytelling style is just fantastic, because it seems that although the chapter had already started and whatnot, that technically Fabricant 100 and Ashivi were already done and wrapped up with that encounter, right? What I liked about chapter 10, and I don't really know how else to put it other than it does not waste my time. We didn't even get like multiple panels of the Fabricant fighting. We didn't get like an exaggerated death scene. What we got was a very small piece of Fabricant 100 holding up the singing Fabricant, and we don't know what she did afterwards, but we can assume it's like what she did to Fabricant 12. She just like cut him up, and because when we see the singing Fabricant's body, it's just kind of like mutilated and like blood is like coming out the side. This is crazy because Roxy tries to defend the Fabricant still, which is exactly what the leader of the Mort Safe wanted, and Luca was pissed off. He was like, hey, we could have saved Roxy! But the leader of the Mort Safe makes a great point. Roxy is a deranged lunatic, a straight-up murderer walking around, free. And because of that, just like Ashibi says, how many dreams did you stifle for your dream? You're no better than the Fabricants. There is a lot to unpack with minimal stuff given to us. I'm not going to lie. The chapter hit me like a fever dream. I just breezed through it. I read it twice and I was just like, amazing. This is so good. It's like I always say in these reviews, it's all gas, no brakes. And it's no, we don't get these exaggerated traveling sequences. At the end of the chapter, Ashibi and Fabricant 100 are already back. So we see that he is officially a member of the Mort Safe now. He is struggling again. Do I let Fabricant 100 care for me? Do I forgive Fabricant 100? Do I feel human emotions for Fabricant 100? I mean, the obvious answer should be no, right? You entered a pact with her for your body when you turn 18, so she can just mutilate you later and sew it into her own self. The leader of the Mort Safe is playing like 5D chess. You know what I mean? At this point, this was the most orchestrated event, more so than what Luca could hope for, because all Luca got was Fabricant 100's supposed true nature revealed in front of Ashibi. However, Fabricant 100 has been still caring for Ashibi, trying to get on his good graces, and we don't know yet if that's all a ruse. Also, really quick, Fabric counter is at 24, so boom, one more Fabricant down. There is a lot that's going to happen soon. I don't think we're just going to get a bunch of like, hey, go here and do this, go here and get that Fabricant, go here and pluck that one. At some point, Ashibi's going to have to make a decision. Do I rest my loyalties truly to the Mort Safe, or do I rest my loyalties in Fabricant 100? Because although he wants to work with Fabricant 100 to eradicate the rest of them, that figurehead of the Mort Safe is definitely going to pull something soon. I do not trust her. She is freaky. But I respect the crap out of the Mort Safe now. Also, I guess we can scratch Luca being a villain off the docket, right? Because he cared for Roxy, a murderer, and it's not like he advocates murder, right? He wanted to genuinely save her and help her out. So, although it's, we know what happens when you assume, right? Ass out of you and me. But let's be real here. He really did care for her. So I'm going to go ahead and move Luca from villain to, gray area, almost type hero levels of person. I don't think he's going to be a bad guy after all. I think what we need to worry about is exactly which Fabricants are going to come up next. Are we going to see more people working with Fabricants? Because it seems so. It seems that once your mental faculties are degraded, or you have a dream that a Fabricant can help you achieve, all of a sudden being a human doesn't really mean too much to you anymore, or at least the lives of other humans. And I think that's where we're going to see a Shibi truly begin to struggle. Will he just accept the help of a Fabricant to kill the rest of the Fabricants, despite that logic being mildly hypocritical? Because let's be real, if it comes down to it, let's say a Shibi's life is in danger, right? A Fabricant is able to get the upper hand on Fabricant 100, and, well, I don't want this Fabricant. Let's say I'm Fabricant 100, right? I don't want some other Fabricant getting my Ashibi. What if she just decides to try and kill him? Like, there's a lot of stuff that can happen now. And for the most part, it's a lot of bad stuff. It does not look good for Ashibi from here. He is now in too deep with the Mort Safe. Like, I have to say that twice. He is in too deep. There's no way he comes out of this situation on top now. It's not that he's being manipulated against something he can't see. It's that he got put in a situation where Roxy and that singing Fabricant mirrored a lifestyle similar but not really exact to him in Fabricant 100. However, when Ashibi's cheek got slashed open, what happened? Singing Fabricant decided to kill Roxy like it was nothing. And Roxy still wanted her. That's how degraded her mental faculties had been. And let's be real, working with Fabricant 100 is going to degrade Ashibi's mental faculties. That's why every time he gets close to Fabricant 100, we have that little, not like a speech bubble, but that like italics text that's like Ashibi thinking, should I care for this? Should I try and lean into her right hand? Because that touch means nothing. There is no affection there. That is just cattle prodding, She's just raising Ashibi to have a good body at 18 so she can just rip him up later. So again, I reiterate, is she going to live up to her end of the bargain and get Ashibi to age 18 while killing the other 99 Fabricants? And as usual, I'm on the agenda that Fabricants 98 and 99 are going to be together as strong as Fabricant 100. There's just no way. When we start getting to the upper 50s, upper 60s, 70s, and 80s, we should see some genuine struggle. Maybe we might even see a Fabricant war at some point, because there's not many left. You know what I mean? There's really not many left at all. So at this point, we're gonna reach a crossroads pretty soon here. Like, I really don't know how long this manga will last, but I do like it a lot. I think it's very fun, and I think that if it stays on the shorter side, it can only do better things for it than opposed to it being dragged out for longer. I don't think we're going to get a One Piece story here, 1,000 plus chapters, One Piece and Naruto. I don't think we're doing that. Wait, I think Naruto was like 400 something. Ignore me. Ignore my dumb ramblings really quick. What I'm trying to get at is, I can totally see Fabricant 100 lasting up to 200 chapters and pulling out a really good story and giving us all we need, some battles, some quick, metaphysical arguments. And honestly, I'm kind of running out of things to say. Chapters 9 and 10, both 100% good chapters. They both, if I could give chapter 9 a higher grade, I would, 110%. That was great. The twist at the end was phenomenal. Everything about Roxy's mini backstory, good work. And chapter 10 just kind of like, it seems a little all over the place, but when you absorb it slower, you're able to see that everything is occurring in the past tense, and what is concurrent is the stuff at the Mort safe. So, a quick recap, I don't think Luke is a villain. I think the leader of the Mort safe is an intelligent, albeit lunatic, fanatical hunter of these Fabricants, and she is not to be trusted. That is for damn sure. She is smart. She is putting Ashibi in these type of situations that are going to make him question his loyalties to Fabricant 100. However, Ashibi is cut from a different cloth, so let's not count our boy out just yet. Is he truly going to be weakened to the point where he can't think straight anymore and only relies on Fabricant 100? What if another Fabricant comes around and is more caring and actually more genuine than Fabricant 100? What then? And what if it doesn't want Ashibi's body, or at least tricks him into thinking so? So just some food for thought. I really think this was some back-to-back banger chapters. Really good stuff. I've been Merch Hunter Ricky. I hope you all have a good evening, and I appreciate every view, every like, every comment. Have a good one, everyone. And as always, like and subscribe to be part of the Merch Hunting tribe. I appreciate all the likes, views, and comments. Thanks, and have a good night.